Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to another stream. Today we are going to be building, or at least designing, a train station that we are going to put in the StarForge SMP once we finish, eventually. I already have it fairly complete, sort of. We have this front area over here with this clock and a whole bunch of like arches. We have these like gears, which I think I messed up because these are not supposed to be oxidizing. And then we have the train station through here, a couple of seats, and some leaves. And then we have, of course, the name of the city that this is going to be built in is Copperton, so we have Copperton written right here. Yeah, so we're just going to be designing this, and maybe we might work on the airship base that I want to make, or maybe an iron farm. Really just a lot of designing and stuff today. Although my chat is not working, so hold on just one moment. And welcome to another stream. Today we are going to be building, or at least designing, a train station that we are going to put in the StarForge SMP once we finish, eventually. I already have it fairly complete, sort of. We have this, although my stream today we are going to be building, or at least designing, a train station that we are going to put in the StarForge SMP once we finish, eventually. I already have it fairly okay. I think that I can just sort of we have this. Although here today we are going to be building, or at least designing, a train station that we are going to put in the StarForge SMP once we finish, eventually. I already have it fairly okay. I think that I can just sort of we have Alright, I think all of the technical difficulties have been solved. Yep, I can hear everything now. So we are going to continue designing this train station, which I want to make sure that it looks good both with shaders and without shaders, because this looks like, I would like to think that this looks like really good with shaders, but I'm not entirely sure how it looks without shaders. So let's look at that. Apply. Let's also turn off our resource pack for the moment. It doesn't look bad. I feel like there's not a lot of variation with the andesite, honestly. I might change out some of these andesite blocks. Let's see, let's make a block palette. The likelihood of me actually I also have to keep in mind, like, what I am able to use in the SMP, because the likelihood of me finding pale moss early in the game, given I've got no clue where any of that is, and I'm in, like, a snowy forest area, unlikely. Stone we can use, probably. Tuff, it's a little bit too dark, so I don't think we're gonna use tuff. Gravel. Let's see, the pale logs work so well. I'm probably gonna end up having to find a pale forest eventually, so I'm actually able to use that stuff. Coral looks so good as well, but I don't know where a coral reef is yet. So let's see. There's a whole bunch of stone over here. We could use bricks and cobblestone. I think that I might just stick with these three, because they're very close in texture and color. But they're different enough to give me a little bit of variation. So I can come here. I'm not able to make stairs out of, like, the gravel and stuff, because of how I feel like gravel stairs should be a thing, although I don't think that Minecraft is ever gonna do that. You know, maybe we won't use gravel, just use stone and andesite. Yeah. Let's see. I want it to be fairly random. It would help if I had more than just 2 blocks, though, because I don't want to do just, like, a checkered pattern with the stone. So, let's see. Here's polished andesite. Oh. Let's see. What about gray wool? That's kind of like, let's bring it out into the light. That's kind of around the same color. Once again, it doesn't have, like, a stair variant. What about concrete? We'll see. I don't think concrete really works either. Concrete powder, though. Let's see, what's lighter, concrete powder or wool? Concrete powder. I think the wool kind of works best. And then, let's see, polished andesite. That just doesn't fit. We're not going to use that. I want to use something else that has stairs. So we're just going to switch up stair. See what else there is. There's tuff. Tuff is a bit too dark, though. I think that I'm limited to just these 3. Yeah, we're probably just gonna have to use these 3. Let's see. No, I don't like how the wool looks either, though. I guess I'm just gonna stick with the andesite for now. We'll add detail later. I have to finish building the build itself as well, so we'll figure out how to add detail. I do have to copy this little, like, landing area over here. Not entirely sure what to call this, but I do need to copy this over to this bridge. And I would build a train, but I think I'm gonna build the train separately after I finish this. I also want to add a couple of, like, smaller gears up here, I think. Let's see. This needs a bit of detail. What the heck is that? It's probably, where's a stick? It's probably because of this. How do I get schematic placement? Can I turn off? Are you normal? Okay, there we go. That fixed it. Let's see. We also need to copy this wall over here over to this wall. Although I do have a problem with that, and that is that up here it's a bit too flat. Over at the front you'll see that there's like a lot of arches, a lot of detailing, and you come over to the side and at the bottom there's a fair amount of detailing, like right here. This is pretty. Although this needs 2 blocks. This isn't correct. But this looks good. Oh, actually no, I think I did that on purpose because those two are supposed to connect. But this looks good, but then you come up to the top and it's just kind of blank. I tried adding detail with the gears, but I want to be a bit asymmetrical, so I don't want to put gears on this side, otherwise it'll look like Mickey Mouse as a train station. Let's see. I'm not entirely sure how to add detail to this, because it's a really big, open, flat area. We might just copy this wall, and we'll figure out how to do it over here where I don't have the gears. I probably should have added detail before I added the gears, but it's fine, it's fine. We also need to make this side, because this side is currently just a brick wall. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get the materials to build this side. Just a lot of bricks and wood, I think. Some dark oak planks and glass. Spruce, dark oak planks and glass. Let's see. And andesite. Alright, alright. So now I can just copy from this side to this side. So those 2 first blocks right here, spruce. Right here is andesite, and then I can place this like this all the way going up. And then place some dark oak stairs. I'm using dark oak specifically. I would use spruce, but because of the color difference in the spruce logs to the spruce planks, I'm using dark oak because it's a bit closer to the same color. So we're gonna have to find a dark oak forest, but that shouldn't be too hard, since dark oak is fairly common, I think. Let's see. I'm not sure if this comes back in or if it stays. Yeah, so that comes back in right there. Okay. And then we're gonna replace these little brick pillars with spruce. Also gonna bring this up a bit. Now I don't like using spruce wood for the entire thing. I just like using spruce wood where I don't want you to be able to see the logs, like here for instance, because I don't want you to be able to see this inside bit. You can use spruce planks. So you can use like the spruce logs for these long bits, and then you use spruce wood for like the corners, but I typically don't use them for the entire thing, specifically because spruce wood is a bit of more of a pain to get than spruce logs, given that the wood, you have to have 4 logs to make the one thing of wood. So there's a lot more material required. Or gathering, whatever. A lot more gatherment. But for this, we can just use the spruce wood. Some of you might also. Be awesome, better than I can do. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Okay. I think that this is. Oh. I think that this is the same as that side now. I think that I managed to, I mean, I still need to do that top bit, so while I have the spruce wood out, we'll just use this. Okay, we'll break this piece, and, well, another problem with spruce wood is you have to make sure that they're all, like, facing the same direction, because all it takes is for you to have a piece of spruce wood like going like this if you don't do it properly. So it's a bit of a pain to work with, but it makes it so that you don't have the log pieces poking out. Let's see. Then I think the top block is right here, so we'll just travel along this wall and come here. Okay, so then everything above this block needs to be filled in with bricks. I might just come here. Okay, and then we'll fill it here. Okay. And then from here, because this is a circle, we're just gonna have to fill it ourselves, but and then we can work on detailing the bottom, because this bit I already know how to detail, sort of. We're using stairs here to make sure that it doesn't cut into the railroad tracks. That way it doesn't have to go all the way down. So we're doing the same thing over here. I'm not gonna do this entire wall right now. I'm just gonna place this so that I'm able to see how it's supposed to look here. So from here, there's this is flat, and then there's stair, block, stair, block. Okay. So flat, stair, block, stair, block. Okay. And then we can just cover this over here. Nope, that's the wrong layer.
Actually, I don't know if this is yeah, this is stair, block. Stair, block. Okay, now that should be even. Let's just make sure that there's 3 blocks over here. Yep, 3 blocks. Alright. Then I'm able to do this and replace some of these with stairs so that there's a bit more of a curved look. Right, and then we can just do the same thing over here. Stair, block. What is it going to be? I am currently building a train station for the StarForge SMP. So I'm going to have 2 different train tracks coming out of this, and they're going to go to everyone else's bases. That way there's a easy way to get around. I'm also probably going to have, like, this one will probably go to everyone's base, and then we'll have another one that goes to, like, important locations that I might need access to that are a bit farther away, like a mesa or pretty much just anywhere that I might need to get that I don't want to have to travel all the way. Train station. Yes, I'm trying to make this look like a sort of steampunk train station. That's why it's got gears coming out over here, which I still need to fix because this is supposed to be waxed copper. Okay. Oh, where's the... Yeah, because those are just copper bulbs. I need the waxed copper bulbs. There's probably more bits of this that aren't using waxed copper, but that's all I can do right now, given that I can't necessarily see where the oxidized copper is, so we're just gonna have to wait for that to oxidize again and fix the pieces that I used the wrong copper on. This is a great doing. Yes, it is definitely going to be harder to get the materials in survival, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm using blocks that are at least a bit easier for me to get. The amount of bricks that I'm going to need, I don't know if it's possible to make a clay farm, which I'm going to need to get all of these bricks. But there is an excessive amount of bricks, so that one's going to be a bit difficult, but yeah, I am trying to use mostly survival-friendly blocks, so I'm not going to just use bedrock out of nowhere. Yes, I am going to be building trains as well. my intention is I'm going to have these different train tracks that'll be going off into places, and because there's going to be a lot of space for the train tracks, like a lot of distance that they have to cover, I'm going to be building a whole bunch of different trains across like the different spots on the train tracks, and having a whole bunch of different themed trains maybe. So maybe we'll have like one like copper train or like a acacia train, maybe like a desert theme train. Just really a whole bunch of themes. That looks like a train station. Nice. I'm glad that it actually looks like what it's supposed to be, because I would be slightly concerned if, I mean, it still works as a train station even if it didn't look like a train station, but I would still prefer that it looks like a train station. Okay. I think that I've copied all of the details from that side onto this side. Don't forget platform 9 3/4. Why does the sign, what does this, oh, the sign inside says Copperton. There's a lot of vines, so I need to fix the sheer amount of vines here, but the sign inside says Copperton because that is the name of the city that I am building. It's going to be mainly a steampunk inspired city, so there's going to be a lot of like copper gears and cogs and pipes and all that good stuff, which is why I have the gears up here. But yeah, let's see, is this complete? No, I have a question. Does can rails go on anvils? No, they cannot. Because what I'm going to do to make it so that's actually functioning is I'm going to actually place railroads going along this. I thought it might look good if I placed anvils here instead of andesite. Yeah, that looks a bit better, but I do need to make sure that I'm actually able to place the rails, and if it can't go over the andesite, then yeah, that'll be a bit of a problem. That's very... it would actually be that's kind of a funny idea, because I might do like an underground thing. Maybe I can use some redstone so that when you run into this wall or something, you get teleported into like a basement, and I can do like a platform 9 3/4. That would probably be cool. I just have to figure out how to do the redstone to actually make it work. I'm scared. Yeah, anvils have a bit of a loud noise. I think my least favorite noise to be jump scared by is probably just when a tool breaks, because my last stream that jump scared me like quite a lot. I should go to the nether. That's a good idea actually. That's actually kind of genius. I could probably put a portal. I don't want to put it right there. Probably on this side. I could probably put a portal in like over here, because we have the clock here, but there's not going to be a clock on this side. So I could probably put a portal right here, just on that side, and then have it, you walk in, and then there's platform 9 3/4 on the nether. That is a very good idea. Thank you. Especially when you have tools break your blocks. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so I do need to copy the arches and stuff over onto this side. Now that I have this side copied, I feel like this is still a little bit blank looking. And then put up a picture that you walk through. There's actually There's a way to make it so that you have like pixel art that you can do on maps. So you're able to, I'm able to create a custom map that had like a brick texture or something. That looks really crazy right now, but I could have a custom map texture and then set some item frames on top of it. And so I could have it would take a lot of work, but I could have, say each of these were like bricks. I could have this right here, and you would never know you never know that there is a portal behind it. So that could be a pretty good idea. Although that will take a lot of work, and I've got no clue how to make a map with a brick pattern, so I'll probably have to use a website or like that gives you an algorithm for what blocks you need to make that. Seeing maps go on the ground, they're on a wall, that's cool. Yeah, you're with item frames, I think you're able to put maps anywhere but the roof. Actually, can you put maps on the roof? You can put maps on the roof as well, apparently. So with item frames, you're able to put maps pretty much anywhere. You're also able to get invisible item frames, but you are only able to get in creative, so I'm not going to be using any of those in this build, given that I can't actually put them in survival. Let's see. I'm gonna build this up. Underground trains. I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of different sections, or have pretty much all of the trains will be here. We'll have probably all of the train references that I can physically make. Let's see. Okay, and then okay, and then I'm able to replace these with copper. And then, oh. Okay, and then I'm able to put ladders. How long have you been building this so far? I've been building this for a little while. I'm not sure. I can look at statistics and see how long I've been on this world, although a fair amount of that was probably AFK. Let's see. Where the heck is statistics? Might be statistics out here. General distance, probably B and T for time played. Time played, 5 hours. I'd say probably a good 2 hours of that was just me AFK, so probably like around 3 hours of building. right now a lot of what I'm doing is just copying what I've already done. For instance, I have to copy these bridges over here, and then I also have to put all of these arches over here. Once I actually get to this side, I get to figure out what I want to do back here, because I don't want to put a clock tower on both sides necessarily. So I'm probably going to have arches like I have right here. So this is probably just going to take up the entire wall on this side, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Just that you have villagers. I was debating having a ticket booth area, but I don't know if I want to put that inside of the actual, I mean, I could actually, I don't know, given that I want seating over here, there's the windows over here, and then there's the staircase over here. I don't know if I'm going to have room to put the villagers inside. I don't know if there's ever been, like, train stations with ticket booths like in extra buildings or something, but I might make like a separate building for like a ticket booth, and then maybe we can put like a mending villager in there. Okay. And then I think that we just need to copy that over here. My ears are, that sounds like Minecraft. What I did. Mechanical keyboard. Your ears would be very accurate then. I want to figure out, there is one very important thing that Soul Train was an old person TV show, by the way, where they dance. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I didn't get the reference. I want to figure out how to make sure, because in the biome that I'm going to be building this, there's going to be a lot of snow, and I don't want to have to come up here and clear the glass every time. I wish that there was a way to make, like, heated glass or something so that the snow would just, like, melt off. However, I'm not sure if I don't think I can do that. I don't think that's something I can do. So I need to figure out how to make sure that the glass roof doesn't get covered in snow without moving out of the lava glass. They should add that. They should add lava glass. That should be a feature. I could have sworn, I don't know where I put my ladders. Okay, there we go. And then I will say I'm very happy with the new copper blocks that they added. I really like these bars. These bars are probably going to be used very often in a lot of my builds because they're very pretty. Minecraft hasn't added any like anything similar to the iron bars until the copper bars came out. There's also the copper torches now, I think, and lanterns, which are green, so I do intend to take use of those once I actually figure out how to craft them. If you have lava on the other side of the glass, no, still Minecraft mechanics, don't understand reading yet. They should. There's quite a lot of things that I feel like Minecraft needs to upgrade its. I'm not even sure. It needs to just upgrade its physics and whatnot, because there's a lot of Minecraft mechanics that don't quite make a lot of sense. I feel like that would be one that would be nice if I could put like lava on the other side and it didn't snow. I also wish that I was able to place bars like on half blocks without them floating, because that would look nice. There's quite a lot of things that I wish I could do in Minecraft, but I guess that's what mods are for. Yeah, torches could work. I could potentially place a lot of torches along the top of here. However, then you would see a lot of torches. Maybe I could put them on like the side. Let's see. Hold on, let me do a test. I wish. Let's see. It's about the middle. So you could probably put. See, where's the... I have no clue where it says light level. I know that it says it's somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Okay, we're just gonna turn that off. So I could probably put, like, torches like this, maybe? Yeah, so I could probably place torches along that and then it not be on the actual glass. Let's see, can I see that very, very well from up here? From down here? No, you can't really, I can't really see that. Even during the nighttime, it's not too visible. It's only visible if you're right up next to it, and the tallest that somebody is gonna get is right about here. So I could probably place them along the beams, and that'll keep the snow from. So they need to be like that. No more than 5 minutes apart. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. So I wish I knew how. I'd say I'd probably place them like 2 blocks apart here. I want to place at least one on every other, maybe? I might just do 1 block apart, but 1 block isn't necessarily needed, so I'll be putting torches. I'm not sure, because I'm placing the 2 torches here. I'm pretty sure that the snow wouldn't form because I'm doing the torches on both sides. I think that should protect the roof from getting snow. Yeah, so I think that if I did that, doesn't look bad. Let's see. How does it look with shaders on is the question though. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Video settings. Shader packs. Enabled. Done. Might take a moment. There we go. Shaders on. We'll see how this looks. Okay. Oh my goodness. With shaders, it doesn't look bad necessarily. Is there another block I could use by chance? Maybe glowstone? No, glowstone is... If torches are visible, then glowstone is incredibly visible. Actually looks good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm probably gonna place the torches on either side of these. You know, that adds a bit of light so that mobs won't spawn on top of it. And it also protects it from the snow, so that's... I'll probably do that. That's probably what's gonna happen. Okay. That looks amazing. String, let's try that. Oh, oh, that's actually... Hold on. Need to run a test. I'm not sure if snow can form on top of string, so... Oh, that's a brick. No, it can't. Oh, okay. We're covering the roof in string. I think that string will be less visible than torches. What about some chains and lanterns? I am lighting it up for the most part with fence posts too as well, I guess, and lanterns. I like the string idea though, as long as it's not super duper visible. And even if it is, let's see. I don't know, the string might be visible. We'll see. Let's see how it looks. I can barely see any string. Let's see, if I go up here, I can kind of see the string. That's a really good idea. I like the string idea. I think I don't know if I want to use the torches or the string. So we'll do string on this area, and then we'll put torches on another one, and we'll see which one I like better. Turns would work too. They have slightly less luminosity than 12. Oh. Okay, wait. Thank you. So let's see which one of these I like better. Just like having heated. Yeah. This could probably... Nope, we're placing that there. Okay. So now we have two different sections of the roof done. One of them is done in torches and one of them is done in string. We'll see which one's more visible. I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna go with the string. I like the torches, but yeah. of a... I might end up having to make a spider farm, because this is, string is going to work great for any of the roofs that I don't want to be covered in snow. Yeah, I'm probably going to stray away from using torches a lot in my builds. To light up my city, I'll probably try and design some, like, something a bit more steampunk. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll figure out how to light them up, but I do want to use a lot of lanterns to light up my builds. But I really like the string idea to keep the snow off, because snow sucks. Yeah. If anything, it kind of looks like the window pane, so that, I mean, it's not too visible. Yeah, the soul torches are very, very nice. I don't think they give off as much light as some normal torches. Let's see. I wanna see how much light each of these give off. So this gives off about that much light. Torches, place it a bit farther away. Torches definitely give off more light than the soul torches. Let's see. How much does the copper torch give off? Okay, so the copper torch, let's see. I think the copper torch gives off about the same amount as the normal torches. We're just gonna do an experiment with just the copper torches and just the normal torches. Which one? They look about the same. Yeah, I like the green though. The green is kind of cool. My question is, to make the copper torches, is it just copper in a stick? If we take some, I don't know if it's copper, if it's a copper nugget or a copper ingot. I've got no clue how to make the copper torches. Oh, so you need the coal, the copper nugget, and a stick. Okay. Yeah, those are kind of cool. That is not somewhere that I can enter through. Yeah, yeah, to make the copper torch, it's pretty much the normal torch recipe, and the copper as well. Copper nugget, I think, specifically. Well, tell him I said hi as I say hi back. Okay, I think that both of these are done, which means I can probably work on spruce. Oh, did I put the glass in between here? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think that's all good. Which means I can continue building these little support beams. I'm going to be able to join your SMP. I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's just me and 3 others right now. I don't think that it's open, but I'm not sure. Alright, I think I need to figure out what I'm gonna do instead of the clock tower right here. I could just leave it blank. Probably set the time today again. Oh. Well, that's bright. Okay. I might end up making a tutorial for this train station. It'll probably be a pretty big tutorial, but I I want to make tutorials for a lot of the builds that I make, that way that, I mean, I'm only gonna end up making them once, and that's gonna be, well, designing them once, really, or using them after I design them. And that's gonna be on the StarForge SMP, so I might make tutorials so that other people can use the builds. How tall is this? Okay, so it's about that tall? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's see. I do need, probably going to just use a command to fill from here to here, and oh, and this, and site replace works. Oh. There we go. Okay. Then we need to replace the wool. I don't need these right now. I need a clear inventory. I'm just gonna fill this barrel up with all of my junk. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. I don't think I need the spruce wood right now either, so yeah. And we're just going to replace this with a stair, I think. No, the stair went on that side. There we go. Yeah. Dang it, I still needed the wood. Okay. I think, hold on. I'm gonna replace the diorite here with logs, because I think that will just look a little bit nicer. And then over here we'll replace it with andesite. We'll do the same over here as well. Alright. Yeah. I like that. I think I like that. I might add a smaller... No. Part of me wants to add a smaller gear right here next to these two, but I think that these two are just sort of fine in and of themselves. I kind of want to see if there's like a better chair design I can use. I could probably use signs. Yeah, because that looks a bit better. Oh. And then I could also probably use trapdoors, slab, and then stairs. Oh, were these not spruce before? Well, they are now. And replace these middle two trapdoors for a bit of depth. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So we'll do those with this as well. I like that the trapdoors add a little bit of depth, so it's not just all the same. Because if you were to compare, say, these seats to this over here, it's not necessarily of the same caliber. No. There is not necessarily a reason for the time on either of the clocks. There's probably some sort of redstone out there so you can have it, like, actually follow the time. But this is just purely decorative because I have no clue how to do that, so. Oh. Okay, let's see. We'll put a bit of foliage over here. Okay. Yeah, I think that I'm probably gonna start working on replacing this wool now. And then we can also get some on-site stairs, a wall, and some glass as well. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. Yep. We're just going to place the glass on here. I don't think that goes all the way up though. I think that there's, right where the wood is, there's some brick. I think. There we go. I think that's the correct pattern. Yeah. And then use a lantern and a fence post. Okay. Alright. And then we can replace these with stairs. little bit of light. Alright, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what the pattern on here is gonna look like, so let's come back over to this side. Okay, so go stair. Block. Stair, stair, block. Okay. I think I have that right. I'm not 100% sure. Let's double check. Because I don't think that looks right. Yeah, that's right. Probably just looks weird with the wool still here. Okay. Let's see. I'm probably gonna bring this all the way back, maybe? Like this. We have that little arch right there. Then I can also add bricks here and here. And then how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blocks wide. I think this is only 5 blocks wide, so this. Alright. I don't think that's right. Oh, okay, yeah, that has a pop out apparently. Okay. And then just stare right there. Is it the same level as the other stair? No, it's 1 block lower. Okay. Alright, I think, yeah, that looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad. I can probably work on the wooden details. Let's see, what blocks do I need for the wooden details? Trapdoor, shelf, stairs. Okay. Trapdoor, shelf, stair. Okay. I also need to design my actual base, given I'm not going to live in the train station. This is merely so I can travel places easier before I get elytra. But I currently live in a little tiny hut on the SMP itself, so that probably needs to change. Just a little there. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't look the best. Doesn't look terrible though either. So. Alright, so this one goes all the way up to the wall, but these ones don't. Okay. And then right here there's, wait. Yeah, okay, that's right. That's good. Copper. Okay. So that side, we're gonna have window right here. How tall is this window? It goes up all the way 2 blocks. No, 1 block. Okay. And then get some spruce wood or logs. And then put them across here. Yeah. Oh. I kind of like this arch. I also kind of don't like it, but it does. It does. It'll do. Let's see. Where's those walls that I had? Right here. And mud bricks as well. And that's an oak fence. Why? Oak fence? I think I grabbed the wrong type of fence. Because this should be spruce. This is not spruce. Yep. There we go. Much better. Okay, and then put that up one. There we go. And is the fence inward or outward? Inwards. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Can I just put a brick there? I don't know if I like that. No, that doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Let's see. Does that look good? No. Doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. Oh, put both of them on there. Alright. Let's check on something really quickly. Okay. Right. Right now it's just a lot of copy paste. You know, getting all of the patterns that I had previously made onto these walls, so. Well, that's the wrong book. There we go. And then I think that means that all of the arches will be complete after I fill in this bit of wool. Let's see. Arches on this side are done. Arches on the front are done. Yep, all the arches are done. That's nice, that's nice. Okay. Not counting the wooden details and windows, of course. Speaking of windows, those are all cracked. And then take some andesite and put the space between here. Okay, and then I can just fill this in with glass. Once I get everything copied in, I can work on the detailing for this because I'm not entirely sure. It looks like there's more space between how many blocks are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two have 6, so I'll have to design something different to put in between those two. But once we get all of the windows filled in, then I can work on actually adding details that I haven't previously made, so I don't just have to copy and paste them. And yeah. Okay, let's see. This goes in the box. Then I can fill this up with birch slabs. Okay, alright, and then I can just break out the space so I can fill this up with the detail. Oh. Right, and bam, the windows are done. Now I can add the lighting. And I can do the wooden details. My inventory is slowly becoming a mess again. Okay. And my inventory is always a mess. Yeah, my inventory in survival, I typically try to keep it clean, given that where your weapon is in your inventory can be the difference between whether or not you die to a baby zombie or survive. But in creative, because there isn't that danger, I sort of just become lazy with my inventory, and right now it's not as bad as it was, but these chests are full of just random stuff from me emptying my inventory, so... Yeah, so it's just all the way around. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright, alright. Let's see. What am I missing? I still have to do the doorway, these windows. I can probably break out the spot for the window. I already did that over here. Okay. And then... Okay. Those windows, and then we have to design windows to put here as well. I might not put anything there, who knows. And inside, this is a bit blank. That's also a bit blank. Over here, this looks good because you have like the gears sticking out. Okay, and then I'm going to need pillars along each of these, I think. And then because there's a wall here, let's see, I think this comes down by 2, and then there's a wall here. The wall here is because of the stairs, I do think. Yes, it is. Okay, and then these are all stairs, so... From here, I can add details like this. And then right here, the detail's already there, so. And then I think that that's exactly how that looks. Alright. Wait. Okay, so it's actually that big. Okay, good to know, good to know. Because I think the stairs right there. Yep. Need to extend this by 2 blocks. Get the glass panes. Okay. Now those 2 windows are done. What about this doorway? Doorway's fairly simple. Just right here, there's a stair going outwards. Nope. Okay, yeah, right here there's a stair going outwards, and then these two are facing inwards. That's not a door. Okay, and then there's wooden details along all of these, and little lanterns hanging. Okay, so we can do the wooden details now. So we can place this, bam. This is going to be quite a lot of materials. I should probably end up making a tree farm sometime or another. I'm probably just going to have farms for every material that I could possibly ever need. But we'll see, we'll see. Oh, there's a window above the... Oh, I didn't realize that there was a window above the door, too. Okay. We'll see. The brick should go here, here, and here. If I'm not mistaken, then... Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, then it should go like that. And then we can place this and the glass panes. There we go. I think that that's complete. Let me just go and check on... Oh, wait. I forgot the lights. There we go. Now I think that that's complete. And I can check on this side just to make sure. Yep. I think I got everything. Yeah, great. Now I can just copy it onto the side. Start with the lights, that way I have a bit of light to work with while I'm building. I'm still perplexed as to how I'm going to get all of the bricks that I need, because there are a lot of bricks in this build. I'm not entirely sure if you're able to make a brick farm. Or at least I can make like a super smelter so I can smelt the bricks, but like I'm not entirely sure if I can make a clay farm. Might just have to mine all of the clay by hand. Oh, I forgot to do the wooden detailing over here. There we go. Now, it's done. Great. Alright. Now, I kind of want this to stay like this, how it's flat. I don't know if I necessarily want to put a window there, so I might just keep it flat, but how do I add detail? Of course I can add like the wooden detailing in the corner. And then there's the problem of that's 2 blocks wide. I could place 2 lanterns, but that doesn't necessarily look that good. It's a bit dark without the lanterns, so I could place lanterns like opposite each other. Like there, maybe? No. Let's see, what blocks give off light? Ooh, those are pretty. There's shroom light. There's the frog lights, lanterns, torches, end rods, campfires. I think we're just gonna probably have to stick with no light here. I could probably maybe, let's see, how would this look if I put this across here? Not very good. Yeah, so we're just gonna probably leave it like that. So we have oh, come on. Here, let's see. Come on. I'm probably gonna be finished with the live. I think I got quite a lot of work done. I managed to fill in both this side, well actually that side was already done. I managed to fill in this side, get all of the detailing done for the back. Yeah, so I think I managed to do quite a lot of work, and that's going to be the end of the stream. So, see you all later. Thank you for joining the stream and chatting with me and helping me come up with some ideas to keep the snow off the roof and all that good stuff. Thank you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.